time being, I will just refer to the PPT that I have prepared, and we will look at the PPT. I'll give you an introduction. So this is the PPT that I have prepared. Introduction to Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, his dates are 1838 to 1894. And as you know, he is a stalwart in the field of the Bengali novel, and he is called Sahitya Samrat Bankim Chandra. So as you are all aware of that title that has been awarded to him. Now he is one of the most celebrated figures in Indian literature, and in terms of nationalistic thought, his Bonde Mataram, it has completed 150 years. You also know that. So he was born actually on June the 26th, 1838. He was born in a place called Kathalpara in Noihati in North 24 Parganas. And he was primarily a novelist and an essayist, but he also wrote some poems. And he has a number of, critical essays to his credit. He influenced the cultural and intellectual awakening of 19th century India. And his novels laid the foundation for modern Bengali literature, and he is best known for composing the iconic patriotic song Bande Mataram, which became a rallying cry during India's struggle for independence. Now, here we have certain, events in his life. He entered the Indian civil service, became a deputy magistrate. Later on, he had a long administrative career. Now, he entered, or rather started his literary career with poetry, but shifted to prose fiction. This novel that we are going to study, Rajmohan'S Wife, is his only English novel. Now, as you all know that Bankim Chandra is justly famous for his so many novels that he has written. For example, there is Durgesh Nandini, which is his first Bengali novel. In 1865, he published this novel. This marked the advent of the modern Bengali novel, and there was the elements of romanticism, nationalism, and historical imagination. Later on, he went on to write such acclaimed novels such as Kopal Kundala, Anandomath, Rinalini, Devi Choudhurani, Krishna Kanter Will, like that. So these novels actually, they sort of very unique in the sense that during those times in the 19th century, in the mid 19th or towards the end of the last decades of the 19th century, they played a big part in sort of fostering the nationalistic fervor, a spirit of nationalism. Now, Anandamath, as we all know, in 1882, this was published. It is his most famous and impactful work, and this is set against the backdrop of the Sannyasi rebellion of the late 18th century. Bankim Chandra's vision of a rejuvenated India, free from colonial oppression, was reflected in this novel. And here we have the song, the hymn to the motherland, Vande Mataram. And it was sort of became synonymous with India's freedom movement. and it was later adopted as the national song of India. So, if we um, look at some of the other areas where Bankim Chandra excelled, we can understand or we can see that he was a profound thinker and he was also an essayist. He wrote quite a few essays exploring themes such as religion, ethics, politics, culture, and also he drew on the traditional Hindu philosophy. He also addressed certain contemporary social issues. He was deeply influenced by Sanskrit literature and the epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, and he sought to reawaken Indian pride through a cultural revival rooted in the nation's ancient heritage. So, India's ancient heritage, that was the focus. As we know, his contribution to Indian society it extended beyond literature. He played a crucial role in shaping the ideological foundations of Indian nationalism. So his works inspired generations of freedom fighters, and the song Bonde Mataram was a kind of a cult song. There were leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Aurobindo Ghosh, Mahatma Gandhi who were inspired by his works. And his blending of literary genius with patriotic zeal made him not only a literary icon but also a spiritual father of Indian nationalism. So it is quite easy to understand his great influence in the history of Indian literature and the growth of Indian nationalism. He died in 1894, but obviously his writings continue to resonate with the readers, and there is a vision of a strong, united, and self reliant India, which is still relevant. And through his words and ideals, Bankim Chandra, he continues to inspire us. So his works are still studied and they continue to inspire us. So,